Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Platinum Achievements Podcast. As always, I'm Ray, and today I'm joined by the only man who was pardoned by both Biden and Trump, Gary.
Hey.
So what'd you do that they both pardoned you? Like a joint effort?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Is it the whole copyright thing of the hey or hello?
It's a mixture of that and buying trophies.
Oh, they're really cracking down on that now? That's good. That's good.
I know. Thank God, because freaking scumbags
You know what
like
you
that
did.
Gary guy. Whew. Sheesh. Oh, and just a warning to those listening, you might get a little eating ASMR
I'll eat too.
since I.
What are you eating?
I'm eating a egg, cheese, and Canadian bacon breakfast sandwich that my girlfriend made. What are you eating?
What are the odds that you're eating that, Gary? What
Are you
they?
eating the same thing?
No, I'm eating some Trolley Sour Bite Crawlers fruit punch flavored.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I'm eating the same thing. I'm like, bruh.
No. Ooh, what a crunch. She made that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, very nice.
And she made it on like that sourdough bread.
Mmm.
Sliced sourdough bread is bomb. So how was your week?
Week was pretty good. Since Sammy had his pneumonia. Wait, did I already? No, I didn't. Hold on. Before we do that. Man, these gummies are pretty good. We're recording on January 26th. Beautiful little Sunday we got going on here, and you have 332 shopping days until Christmas.
Get on it.
Yeah. So the week's been pretty good. Got a lot of gaming in. Because due to Sammy having the flu and pneumonia and all that other stuff, it Spartan kicked him into like an actual sleep schedule.
Okay.
So now he's like knocking, instead of like 10:30, he's knocking out like 9:30. And
Nice.
staying asleep all night till like 7:30, 8 in the morning. Magical.
That sounds magical.
And we've been, me and my wife have still been cracking along at that 70 show. Still a very fun experience. Super nostalgic that first season.
Very nice.
Yeah. Other than that, still haven't bought a game.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
we're almost
crushing
at
it.
the end of January.
Almost.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? I think that's pretty much everything that's been new with me.
Got an okay amount of gaming in this week. Haven't really been in a big like gaming mood.
Yeah, I've noticed because I haven't gotten the text to say let's play some A Way Out.
I know. Well, I've been also working a lot. Like, I've been getting off
Gross.
like 5-ish, 6-ish. When you start at like 7, it's kind of a long day.
5-ish, 6.
But
Damn, you're doing like 12-hour days?
sometimes.
Oh wait, hold on. No, I'm literally equating 7 or 8 your time to.
I'm like
8,
it's
9
usually
my
like
time.
10ish. It's usually like 10ish hours.
Yeah.
But between that and like trying to go to the gym because I'm trying to get back into that, and then by the time I get done with all that, I'm like, I don't feel like doing anything.
Just watch a YouTube video. That's what my wife's been doing.
That's basically what I did. The other night, I literally just got like my I was a naughty boy. I got my chips and ice cream binge, and I literally just sat there in my game room and just watched YouTube for like 4 hours straight.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it was an alright week.
What have you been watching on YouTube lately?
Kind of a bunch of random stuff. Like, I fall down like these rabbit holes where I'll watch one thing and then they'll be like, "You also might like this," and then I click on that, and then by the time
you
I'm
look
like,
at the thumbnail and you're like, you know what? You're right. I might like that.
yeah, and then like 6 videos later, I'm like, how did I even get here?
Yeah, that YouTube algorithm is
Like,
predatory.
it's crazy. Yeah, it's good. Thanks, babe.
I've been watching, and you might like it too. What is it? I'd have to find the video. But it's like, this guy goes to conventions, like gaming conventions, and spends like a shitload of money. Chase After the Right Price is the YouTube channel, and he spent like, he did like I don't know how old the video was at this point, but he went and he tracked down like the 6 or 7 like fun color N64s, and then his top 10 favorite games, and then he was just like auctioning them off.
Nice.
For, like, I think for maybe for like a charity or something.
I've seen videos like that.
It's fun.
They usually just tied into like videos that I already watched from like YouTubers that are just like big game collectors and stuff though.
World's greatest video game room tour. All right, I will save that.
Yeah, I'll go off on like random ass tangents though. Like the other night, I was watching a bunch of random videos on like random scary games or like scary Ring videos, like of like literally just footage of people's Ring doorbells, just capturing like creepy ass footage of like people at their door.
I've seen videos like that. It's great.
Kind of makes me hella paranoid. Like I kind of want to get a Ring, but I kind of don't.
I don't think getting the Ring draws them to it. It's
no, but I'm saying it's kind of like ignorance is bliss right now, and I feel like
you just don't want to know that people are doing that.
Yeah, because we live in a decent area for the most part, but there's also like it's near the freeway, and there's like you can definitely tell like there's junkies and stuff that hang out, and like so I'm like I don't know, but. Yeah, I go on like random.
Story of
I'll watch like random. You ever watch people reacting to like those TLC videos?
Like which ones?
Like I'm trying to think. Off the top of my head, I'm like blanking. They have like
hoarders and stuff.
Yeah, like hoarders or like
I think I've seen some of them pop up in the shorts.
Extreme cheapskates and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I'll go on like random like side tangents and watch videos about that because it's entertaining.
Yeah, I feel like I see those more as just like I don't see them as the videos themselves. I see them as like the shorts that they put up. But anyway, on to what we're here for, and it's trophy and achievement hunting. Gary, would you like to go first with your weekly stuffs, or should I?
Mine's gonna be short and sweet, so I guess I can go first.
All right, mine will also be short and sweet.
Since I'm not really achievement and trophy hunting, I'm just gonna talk about what I played. I finally finished the campaign in Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Nice. Was it good?
That shit was a roller coaster. Holy shit. I was watching videos because I like to watch after I finish like the story in games. I like to watch people's like critiques and take on it, just to kind of see what other people are saying. And I kind of agree with them. It like half of the game, maybe not half, but like maybe like a third of the game doesn't even feel like a Call of Duty game, like just because they do so much crazy wild shit in it. I'm not gonna like go too much into it because it's kind of spoilery, but like there's sections where it'll literally feel like you're playing like the zombies mode, and you have like these like crazy like almost like dream sequences and stuff. It's weird. It was pretty good though. I ended up just dropping it down to regular during the last few levels because since I'm not really giving a shit about trophies and achievements, I'm just like.
Well, also it doesn't have a plat, right? Because it's on that like it's in
it doesn't have a plat
or whatever.
But yeah, it doesn't have a plat on the PS5 one, but because it counts as DLC. But I'm like, since I don't really. So I turn notifications off anyways. I'm like, I just want to finish the story, and but yeah, the last few missions are freaking wild. But I'd say it's worth a playthrough. Kind of long too, actually. It took me like I don't know, maybe 10 hours.
That's good. And then I finished. Campaign. That's not bad.
Yeah, for a campaign, it's actually pretty beefy. I technically already finished Fight Night Champion. I finished the story in that on Xbox 360. I dabbled more into Legacy mode, which is where you like create your own boxer and it's like work your way up through the ranks. And I was basically just dominating for quite a while. And then I got to I think rank was like 15 or 16. And then I got to this fight where this guy was just a fucking beast. Like, he kept blocking, and usually, like, I put all my points into my left and right hooks, so I can usually just like spam that and just knock people down in the first round. And I couldn't get through. We literally made it all 10 rounds because this motherfucker wouldn't go down.
Mm-hmm.
And it was wearing down my stamina because he just kept blocking the entire fight. I literally made it the last 10 seconds of the entire match. Granted, each round is 3 minutes, so this is like a 30-minute match at this point. The last 10 seconds, he freaking knocks me out. I was like, you know what? I think I'm done with this game. Like, that kind of like ruined it for me. I was like, yeah, I'm over it. So I basically put like another almost 2 hours into that, and then I dropped it. And honestly, that's all I played.
Nice.
Like, I barely played anything. It was like a total of, what's my game time here? Like 3.5, 4 hours the entire week. Like, barely anything.
Slacking. A nice crunch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now my dog's watching me like, Dad, give me some of that. Give me some of that.
All right. Well, as for me this week, gamer score has increased to 731,245. Trophies, we're looking at 122 plats, 802 golds, 1104 silver, and 2593 bronze. I'll start with the Xbox side because that's short and sweet. I literally gained 2,000 gamer score this morning. And it was a quote unquote news story. News has been kind of slow. So, but also not slow as for our main topic. But one of our news stories is that Grim Idol gets a free gamerscore update. So that was an extra 1,000 gamerscore on both the Xbox and Xbox One version. Or I'm sorry, Xbox Series SX. Whatever there's two versions, and I got them both. And I did it. And it was pretty easy once I remembered how the game works. It plays in the background. So when you load up, it's like, hey, you haven't played in like X amount of hours. Do you want to just collect all your stuff that you collected while you were away? And it was like 1,500 hours. Which seems wrong. That doesn't seem right. Because I thought I played it more recently than that, but I guess not. And the achievement update's been pretty easy, and it if you accomplished it before, they'll auto pop.
Leave it.
Eat it. Yeah, so they'll auto pop. It's like click 1,500 times, perform 10 rituals, collect 250 candles, complete 10 quests, and kill 50 champions. You'll pretty much already be at that by the time you complete it, or the last 2,000. So I want it to be done, but I know it's not going to because they can go up to 5,000, and they probably will. I really don't understand it because it's a free game. Also, it's got to be like harvesting my data, right?
Oh, definitely. They're probably just mining crypto while you play the game.
Is that really a thing? I've heard of that.
I don't think you can do it through other people, but you literally. That's why years ago, I don't know if you heard about it, but that's why years ago, video cards were so hard to find and they were so expensive.
Well, yeah, because they were like using them to mine. I remember. Yeah,
exactly.
That,
yeah. But yeah, it's kind of crazy.
But other than that, I did it. I'm the Nexo Lord. I platinumed Nexomon.
Hey.
Final score for me.
He became the very best. Like no one ever
final
was.
Score for me. Well, first of all, that's copyrighted. Okay. Probably. Yeah, my final thoughts is it's fun. I like the end game content. It's not a hard completion. I played it for almost 50 hours. It's way more than I thought I was going to be playing it. But some of those hours is like it's paused or I had to leave it to go do something else. But
yeah.
The only thing that I don't like about the end game is that the legendary creatures keep spawning. So if you're only hunting for one of them, you've got like a 1 in 7 or 8 shot that the one you want is the one you get. So
yeah.
But other than that, fun little Pokemon clone. Fun little clone. I will not be playing Extinction though, because it puts out at like 60 hours, so that'll be like double for me. It'll be like 120.
You don't want double the playtime? Why
I don't not at this point. Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Fair.
And then what? Oh, and then I started, and I'm actually almost done with Infamous First Light. I've got to get 500,000 on one last level, which I think is the gamma levels, which is like demons and everything like that. Little trickier than the last one, or the last few.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play that game?
Yeah, I remember we were talking about the challenges in the last one.
I didn't see it on your profile, so was that on your old one?
It's on my old one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The challenges aren't terrible.
Yeah, it's just kind of tedious.
A little. If you're going for the 500,000 there's 2 of the later levels, you have to get to level wave 30, which is probably the hardest part.
Yeah, I think it takes 30 minutes to get to that point too, doesn't it?
It does, but if you're going for that one, you will probably get 500,000 points pretty easily. Like I think I did the one, and I by the time I got to I think I ended up going just a little further because you need 10 million points total. I ended up getting I think 700,000. So it's not
okay.
It's not hard, especially the key is to have the ability unlocked where if you kill the enemy by using their weak spots, then they become your allies and they'll attack for you. That's probably the key. And I tried doing that this morning. It didn't work because Sammy was kind of he's like, I want to play cars. And I'm like, all right. So I loaded up cars again.
It's going to be your highest playtime out of any game
probably,
this year.
So there's only one other game. Well, I would imagine Fortnite's probably higher. And it'd be tough to tell with a gear, probably maybe a Gears 2, Gears 3, maybe Gears. One of those games where there was a multiplayer aspect to it. Probably higher.
Oh, real quick. Speaking of game time, because it made me think of it because you brought up Fortnite.
You playing? You dropping?
I have. Yeah. No builds though. No builds, baby. So I'm a giant nerd and I love stats. Weird, right? Who'd have thunk? And I literally have an app on my phone that I use to track my gaming time.
You clock in, clock out it, like a freak?
Basically, yeah. Right. I can start and stop the little timer on it. And I like it because I can use it to keep track of my stats. It'll literally be I can be what was my average playtime per day this previous week or whatever, or the entire year. But I have it organized by console, and then I put in each game, and then when I'm done with it, I just check it off as a little check mark. But the reason I bring that up is because I was scrolling through that when I was sitting next to my girlfriend the other day, and she saw that Fortnite had I have 120 hours in Fortnite or something.
And she's like,
you played that game for 120 hours? I'm like, that's light work. Most people that I know have at least one game that they've put hundreds or thousands of hours into, and she's just like, Jesus Christ.
Fortnite has to be up there for me.
Yeah,
I don't know where I track the time, but I assume there's really no way to do it at this point.
Yeah.
And even on PlayStation and Xbox, that time stat is usually never accurate. More so on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's why I do it myself. Plus, obviously, when you're playing other consoles, besides maybe Switch, it doesn't really track it. I don't think Xbox tracks it. So, what you doing, girl? Want to come up?
What was I saying?
Come on, up.
The game that I know for fact that I have a very high hourage in is I think PlayStation.
I gotta get up and wash my hands though.
Gross.
I know, disgusting, right?
I think it's a Pokemon, either Emerald or Ruby, maybe. I distinctly remember seeing it, and I had 200 hours in it when I was younger.
Shush.
And I was I just remember thinking wow, that's a lot of time. Well, I mean, a lot of that
how did you know how many hours you had?
When you save your game, it tells you how many hours you have.
Oh yeah, I forgot Pokemon games do that. You're right.
But I mean, a lot of
give me one second. I'm gonna wash my hands. Right back.
Okay. A lot of that for the audience was like traveling to like vacations and things like that. Like we'd go up to Vermont with my dad, and that would be like a 3 hour trip there, 3 hours back. And back then that was the only game you had to play. So back in those days, early 2000s, late 90s, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Other than that, that's been my week. That was Gary's week. It's been fun. Oh, I got a question too. I gotta ship this over to. I'll just read it to Lord Gary when he gets back. How's everyone been doing? I hope you're all playing your games. Yeah, with Nexomon down, that's what, 1 out of 10, technically 11 or 12 games that I pledged to complete this year. So we're cruising, guys. We're getting there. It's only January, and I'm already. Let me see. Let me look at how many games I've actually completed this month, because I keep track of that as well. Dom. Stray, Risk, Star Wars, Clone Wars, Blind Postman, Nexomon. Done 8 games this year in the Grim Idols. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 games. Not bad for a January. You know what I'm saying? We're doing good here, guys. We're doing good. And girls. Guys and girls. Let's see. I currently have installed on my Xbox. Just installed it because I want to play it next. Or, somewhat next. A little ditty called... Where'd it go? Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. I'll play that at some point. 23 games on the Xbox, and it's almost filled. These are some beefy games I got on here, and I gotta get through them. Just go through it real quick. I got my, a lot of games. After Party, Alan Wake 2, Among Us, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered Collection, Battlefield 4, Blue Dragon, Fortnite, Gears 3, Ghostwire Tokyo, GoldenEye 007, Halo Wars for the 360, Harold Halibut, Hi-Fi Rush, yeah. Indie Jones and the Great Circle,
Here, come on.
Life is Strange Double Exposure, Pentiment, Plants vs. Zombies, Recore, Scars Above, Shotgun King, The Final Checkmate, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Warhammer, and then 13. I was just telling the lovely ladies and boys at home, my 23 games on my Xbox that have pretty much already taken up my whole hard drive.
Oh.
Yeah, I just installed Warhammer. Because I had the space.
Oh, Space Marines 2?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. Then,
you said it's crossplay?
So yeah, the co-op stuff is, I think. That's what I had heard. So let me double check that.
You double check yet.
Google Space Marine 2 crossplay?
Space Mariners?
Oh, what happened there? Google, I'm messing up. How does Space Marine 2's crossplay work on Games Radar? I want to play it so bad. I saw a clip from, do you watch, Corridor Digital at all?
Shit.
They're like the VFX guys.
I do not. Oh, I left my water over there.
You might like that. Let's see. Space Marine True. Let's crossplay. Crossplay lets Xbox, PlayStation, PC players join each other's squads and match-make together for cooperative campaign missions and operations. Eternal War crossplay is enabled for Xbox. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. That's much better.
What? Good girl.
Space Marine 2's crossplay, Xbox, PlayStation, PC for co-op matchmaking, campaign, and operations. The Eternal War PvP, however, crossplay is enabled for Xbox and PlayStation only. PC can only play with PC. So, I'm just throwing this out there, Gary. We could play Space Marine together.
Ooh.
If you're going for a platy Bugatti, and I'm going for the completion on the Xbox. I'm just saying.
It's tempting. I've been wanting to play it.
I have too. I really want to play like a 360 era just video game, which is all that I hear this game is pretty much. Like this is like I keep hearing this is like a spiritual successor to like a Gears 2.
Yeah. It looks real good.
Oh, it looks so good. I'm booting it up tonight. That's decided.
Do it, girl.
Boot it up.
We don't want to. You know what I might do? I might use your loophole method.
What, for buying stuff using your cash back and such?
Yeah. So I have an app that I use for getting cash back on gas, and I literally been using it for when I get gas with my work van too. I attached my work gas card to the app. And I do a lot of driving. So like right now I'm sitting at $46 in cash back.
Damn, son.
I know. And I'm kind of tempted to just bypass, like, kind of like you said, like if you're not spending your own money, it's technically a loophole. So maybe once I get that to like $60 or whatever, whatever it costs, just cash out and buy whatever, you know what I mean?
You can buy that
I did that.
40K?
That's what I did for Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6. Yeah, but for some reason, saying Black Ops 6, I'm like, there's been 6 Black Ops games.
Gary, I'll have you know, Warhammer 40K currently. Oh wait, no, that's UK prices. Never mind. It's still in the 60s.
Yeah,
it's still full price.
I figured.
What did I get it on? I guess I got on sale Black Friday. That must have been it. Or no, Christmas time, I think, is when I bought it.
Christmas.
Well, Christmas. Yeah. So we'll play Space Marine 40K at some point. Maybe we'll make that a video for the YouTube channel. For sure, skis.
Mm-hmm. And show how trash we are at video games.
Listen, I
are
found those cats
cats
pretty quick.
No, I said that aren't finding cats.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have video games that don't involve finding cats.
Let's make sure what time-wise. All right, we still got like an hour, right? You still good for another hour?
Yeah, about.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so trying to think here. Yeah, so I did I did one of my technically 12 games I pledged to complete this year. So, have you finished any of yours?
No, because my pledges were games that I haven't started yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to include anything that I'd already started because to me that felt like cheating.
Listen, the goal is to clear the backlog, little guy. Not to
little guy.
Excuse me. Little guy. I'm taller than you.
Excuse me. Are you?
I don't know.
I was gonna say, how tall are you?
I don't know. You're West Coast short. I'm East Coast tall.
What's
you know what I'm saying?
What's your height, sir?
Much like an age, height is just a number.
Okay, you can't dodge the question now that you brought that up.
No, I think I feel like it changes every time you go to the doctor's, like an inch or so. Like it's my understanding.
I don't think that's how height works.
I mean, if you wear your shoes, consistently, I'm like 5'10".
Yeah, that's how tall I am.
But like every now and then, I go to the doctor's, like for physical. They're like, "Oh, 5'11". I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "All right, I'll take it. I'll take an inch where I can get it."
That stretching machine I ordered on Amazon has paid off.
Yeah. Sammy did something. No, well, I mean, he did a lot of things. I thought he did something game related, but I guess not. Boop. No idea. Okay, I lost it. I do have questions. I don't know if you got any questions that weren't from our Discord buddies.
I got a question from my buddy Jason. So
okay.
Whenever.
Let me see. I'll go back.
Do we want to discuss the main topic and all that before we do the question?
Yeah, we can do that. Let me pull. I had it saved. I think screenshotted. Yeah, I got 2 questions from a friend as well. So, let's do main topic. Obviously, the main topic is going to be the Xbox Developer Direct 2025.
Mm-hmm.
It was a banger of a show. Gary didn't watch it because he's a fake gamer. he cliff noted it.
You're just jealous.
You just chat GPT'd it.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you have you? Speaking of, quick little side note. Did you see the video? Um, I think it's recent. This, I think it's like a college professor, maybe, or maybe a high school teacher. Um, I guess he doled out like 50 minutes of videos that the students had to watch and like get the information from. And this girl just in the class just submitted her assignment within 4 minutes. And
Oh my god.
he was like, "What?" He's like, "What did you do?" And she's like, "This is the best part." She's like, "Oh, I just put it in the program and it gave me the information, and then like, here you go." And he's like, "No, the assignment was to watch 50 minutes of video." She's like, "Well, I put it in the thing and it tells me everything, and it's like I'm learning it the same way." He's like, no, "That's not the point," and he just kicked her out of the class. It was so good. Don't
so stupid.
I get it for certain things. But like you're also just making yourself dumber if you just can't figure out how to retain information.
And that's why I'm the dumbest kid in class.
Also, full disclosure, I absolutely cheated my way through my statistics college course.
Yeah.
I don't know how they didn't
I
catch us.
I just straight up stopped reading books after a certain point and just started getting cliff notes or talking to other people about it.
Yeah, I mean depending on the book for sure. Like I failed my first intro to lit course and then I took it again with like everyone from my hall, including Amanda. And I just crushed that course the second time because I actually read the books and actually put in effort. The first time there was like 60 kids and I was like, there's no way he's taking attendance. And then he calls me in like 2 weeks and he's like, yeah, I gotta fail you. I'm like, what?
Damn.
I got a 0.9 that semester GPA.
0.9.
Yep, I was on academic probation for all of college.
That's horribly impressive.
It was, yeah, but then the second semester I made Dean's List and pulled out like a 3.4, I think. So,
all right.
With more classes, by the way.
We went from underachieving to overachieving.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the second lit class I took, we did books like Carrie. I think we did. I don't know if you've seen it. It's an older movie. It's the one with Philip Seymour Hoffman where he's the priest and he gets accused of touching a boy.
No.
I think Meryl Streep's in it. I'll have to look this up now. Philip Seymour Hoffman, priest.
Philip Seymour Butts.
Oh, it's called Doubt. From what I remember, good movie. That was the other fun thing. We read the books and we watched the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh yeah, like Fight Club was in there, and at that point I'd seen Fight Club a million times. That I really took advantage of class participation by answering damn near every question she had. To the point where my one buddy was like, how'd you get a better grade than me in this class? Like like I do better on the test than you. I'm like, yeah, but I answer every question during Fight Club, so I got some class participation. Right.
That was right.
How do we get here? Especially correct. Start talking. Oh, because you cheated. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Okay. So the Developer Direct, awesome show. They actually had like kind of a blooper reel towards the end, which I thought was pretty good. The other funny thing, Gary, is they do like they were taking us to each of the studios, and when they got to id Software for Doom Dark Ages, there was a really fun moment where the two guys, I guess the heads of the studios, they were talking and they introduced the game, and the one guy said it, but the other guy mouthed it, and he called it out like immediately, and they kept it in the actual clip. He's just like, I just mouthed the game. This is so stupid. I was like, yeah, pretty funny. But we start with our mystery game, which, you know what, Gary? I was real close. When I said Spyro. I was real close. And by real close, I mean not at all, because the mystery game was Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah, they're basically the same game.
Pretty much. I've never played a Ninja Gaiden. I think the closest I've gotten was I used the Hayabusa armor in Halo 3.
I mean, it's basically playing, Ninja Gaiden right there.
Which back in the day, my God, that was like the coolest thing.
I love that armor. 3. It was sick.
What was it? It was hard to get too, right? Because it was like you actually had to unlock it.
Yeah, I don't even remember how you unlock it. I'm kind of tempted to look it up now.
Armor, Halo 3. Halopedia, developer history, in-game info. Okay, so to unlock it, oh, it wasn't. I mean, this
You
was
just collect
probably
all the skulls.
yeah, all this obtain all 13 skulls. Basically, you had to
Yeah, which I did. I wanted to do that anyways. So
chest and shoulder were obtained. Oh, you have to obtain 5 skulls, then 9 skulls, then all 13. Then MCC
mhm.
they just give it out to you, which is kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish they would do more stuff like that in games. Like that Hayabusa armor was
I
so
know.
good,
It was so cool.
but
But
then
then it
everyone
became
got it.
less cool. I was just gonna say that. As soon as everybody was wearing it, I'm like, anymore.
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't feel cool anymore.
And then the other cool aspect of Halo 3 was the flaming skull, I guess attachment, which you
Hmm.
could get from uh flaming Hayabusa helmet triggered by the Bungie employee only chest plate. Yeah, so you had to be a Halo an employee to get that at Bungie at the time. And then I want to say there was a viral one too, or maybe that was in one of the later games.
Hmm.
The katana was so cool.
It was.
Oh,
I love that
it's such
thing,
a
dude.
cool
I know.
armor. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it is. So sick.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I played through most of the original Ninja Gaiden
Mhm.
back on the original Xbox. And the funny thing is, I think I've brought this up before, but when I was a kid, I was an absolute trash gamer. And I mean, I'm not much better now,
Still are.
but like I was exactly. But I was so bad that like obviously Xbox didn't really have there at that point, that generation, there wasn't really many cheats anymore for games. So you kind of just had to get good.
360 or original
Original
Xbox?
Xbox.
There was
Um
there were still some games, but
here,
they were starting to
yeah.
get rid of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I
the
kind of
big
just
one
had to
obviously was like GTA. Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't play GTA without
Um
cheats.
But anyways, I ended up getting stuck on the second level boss,
Hmm.
and we had a buddy at the time who would literally he was hella good at gaming. Like he would literally rent games, beat them in like 2 days, and then return them.
Hmm.
And I think he rented Ninja Gaiden, and he beat like the entire game in I swear like a few days. And I was like, bro, help me out with the second boss. I can't do it. Like no matter what I do. And he literally came over and beat it like first try, made it look hella easy. And I'm like, ugh. And then I like got further in the game, got stuck on like another boss. I think it was like a bunch of you had to fight like a bunch of tanks or something.
Hmm.
And I'm like, this is some bullshit. So he got past that part with me. And I was like, and then I ended up playing it again. I think I played it again, like, and I don't know, something clicked and I got hella good at the game. Like
Mm.
I was literally pulling off crazy combos, like dudes weren't even hitting me, and I was doing all this like crazy shit. Like it's almost like when you get good at like a Devil May Cry game, and you're just like, it just looks fucking cool as hell. I don't know how it happened. It just, but yeah, that I don't think I ended up beating it, but I got to like one of the last few bosses, and that game is hard as shit. But I dabbled in the second one on 360 when it came out, and it felt even harder. And then that was it. Like I heard that the third one is kind of trash.
Mm.
Um, but and they just so not to jump forward too much, but they actually just released the black version of the second one on Game Pass. They announced it like during the direct,
I was getting to that.
which I know. I don't even know what they. I was trying to find out what the black version changes or adds,
I think it's.
but
I actually have it up here. Uh. I'm gonna Game Pass surprise shadow drop. My understanding is that it's just like the definitive edition, up-res graphics. I think it's an Unreal Engine. Is it Unreal Engine 5? January 23rd. Here's the official blurb. In Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, players assume the role. Blah, blah, blah. The beautiful and bloody remaster utilizes Unreal Engine 5 to significantly enhance the graphic expressions, elevating everything from character visuals to environmental backgrounds. Stages, characters, effects, and lighting have all been completely redesigned and remastered to fully immerse gamers into the story's Dark Ninja world. Includes extra elements from the spin-off titles released after the original game's debut, including the ability to control 3 additional characters, Momiji, Ayane, and Rachel. The remaster also includes hero playstyle, a mode for beginners that provides automatic support in the most difficult situations, making the notoriously challenging title more accessible for those who may not be so confident in their action skills. So that's what I thought.
Okay.
Remaster Unreal Engine 5 with some extra stuff.
Apparently, it's not even on. Oh, never mind. I lied.
It's on PlayStation.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I just found it. $50 on PlayStation. What?
Yeah, go get it on Game Pass.
What? What? Okay, I gotta. I'll be right back again. That freaking sandwich went right through me.
Oh, he's gonna look poopy.
Ugh. All right, I'm back. I don't know how much of that you heard.
Not too much. I'm just over here doing a little gardening.
Ooh, got a green thumb, huh?
Little PVZ.
PVZ, that's random.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was like, what about? I was like, what can I buy here? How do I buy the? $750. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I don't want to actually play a game right now, and I was like, let me see. I know I have to do like the what do you call it? The 100 tree thing or whatever. So I was like, let me see where I'm actually at with that. And of course, there's no way to actually tell. So. Let me close it out. PVZ, good game. I might try to complete that this year.
Which one?
The original on 360.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
I just
so
have to
good.
survive the 40 waves, pure zombie ferocity, and grow the tree of wisdom to 100 feet.
I played that game on like everything that it's available on.
Good game.
It's so good. I played it on mobile when it first came out, and then I played the shit out of it on Steam. And I played it on 360. I might even get since I have a hacked Vita, I might even play it on the Vita version because it actually has a platinum.
This guy just telling Sony all his secrets.
Yeah, because Sony listens to this podcast.
You don't know. I know.
I know.
You
know a guy?
But anyway, yeah, I mean, I know several. Anyway, back to the developer direct. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4 was announced. I've never played these games. You said you have. I know they're stupid tough. Especially
they're also really good. Yeah.
I might dive in because I'm at the point where I'm really at the point where I just don't care. So like if there's a really not being able to complete a game that I'm interested in is not going to deter me anymore from actually diving into it.
Which is how it should be, honestly.
It should be. I get not even so much us. Like I actually see it a lot in the Trophy Talk Discord where they're just like, oh, if it's gonna be too hard, like just play it on your Xbox.
Yeah.
And then you don't gotta worry about not having the complete game. Like, but you still don't have the completed game on Xbox. I know it doesn't matter as much to everybody because they're more PlayStation focused, but I'm just like, I'm really big on completions, but I'll never. Not never. It's gonna be so hard to complete another Gears or Halo, but I'm just like I'll still play them. I think that's the main. I think that's the main benefit, or not benefit. The main pro, I guess, on the Xbox side is like there's not like that platinum achievement that you're really kind of going for because you're really just going for gamer score kind of, and you're going for the 1,000 gamer score. Where on PlayStation, it's like I go for 100% on both platforms, but like on PlayStation, it's like, oh, I'm really kind of shooting for that platinum. I could really care less about the trophy distribution as far as like bronze, silver, gold. Like I see them all as equal, poisonally. It's just a challenge to complete. Ugh. But yeah, it's probably the least exciting thing for me that they showed out of the developer direct, but I know people are like super hype about it. So, anything else that you want to talk about as far as Ninja Gaiden?
No.
You gonna play either of
I
them?
pretty much. At some point I want to. I might just like.
If you do your month of Game Pass, you can just play the second one right now.
I kind of want to play the first one first, though.
Do
Like,
they have the first one?
in the Master Collection.
That's right. There's the Master Collection. Okay.
Yeah, but I've actually heard that. So back in the day, they released a black version of
They did, yeah.
the first Ninja Gaiden,
Mhm.
but that's locked to the original Xbox. And I've
Is it?
actually heard that's still better than Sigma, the newer version.
Sigma.
Because Sigma was the PS3 version, and they included that version in the Master Collection too. But I've heard that Black is just better.
Ninja Gaiden Black. Um. Huh. Well, that can't be right. Man, Google, you suck. Ninja Gaiden Black is apparently on Xbox, Xbox One, PS4, Xbox 360, Nintendo Switch. That seems very incorrect. But me, I'm gonna research this because I don't want to be wrong. Ninja Gaiden Black, Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. Man, Google, you suck. So I mean, you could play it backwards compat.
Oh, it is backwards compat?
I mean, if it's on Xbox One, I would assume so, right?
Well, it's Xbox. It's the original Xbox one.
Yeah, no, I'm on the wiki. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Ninja.
Yeah, according to this super detailed Reddit post, Ninja Gaiden Black is seen as the definitive version of the game. Sigma is more like a remix and is probably more interesting after having already played Black once. There are a few additional bosses, an additional weapon, and Rachel as a playable character with 3 of her own chapters. The catch to Sigma's additional content is that it's kind of a mixed bag. The first additional boss will replace the part of the great FMV sequence that is in the original. They essentially took a fight that happens in the cutscene and made it playable, but the loss of the cutscene is a shame since the in-engine cutscenes that replace it don't look nearly as good. The additional weapon you get can be quite overpowered for the early game, and once you know how good it is, you have little reason to use the other less overpowered weapons. Rachel is fun to play as in survival mode, but her story chapters aren't that great, and they break the pacing of the original level flow. They're kind of just shoved in. When it comes to the original version, it used to be safe to say it was skippable since you couldn't get the DLC anymore, but thanks to the Insignia team reviving OG Xbox Live, you can actually get the Hurricane Packs DLC again. What makes the packs important is that you gain the intercept technique, a really cool parry ability that wasn't brought forward to Black because they felt it overpowered. Getting the DLC working is worth looking into for this technique once you become an avid Ninja Gaiden player and want something to mix up a new playthrough.
Ninja Gaiden Black is backwards compatible.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I might just play that version then. I don't think I own Ninja Gaiden Black anymore, but
you got that $46 of credit.
I would rather, since I'm not going to trophy or achievement hunt in those games anyways because they're way above my skill level.
You also
I'd rather
can't
just play.
You know what I'm saying? Can't in the first one. You can't in the first one.
Well, I know, but I'm saying if I played the Master Collection, whatever the inferior version, I could. But I would rather play. I would rather just play the best versions of each game, and just not even worry about achievements and trophies in those games. Like just play 1 black, 2 black, and then I think
1 black, 2 black,
3
black, 4.
And then I think 3. I think 3. Sigma 3 or whatever in the Master Collection. I think they said that's better than the original 3 because the original third one they said is pretty shitty.
Okay.
And I think Sigma improves a lot of stuff. So basically, if you want to play the definitive ones, play Black 1, Black 2, Sigma 3, and then obviously 4 when that comes out. Although 3 Razor's Edge, maybe I'm confusing that with, maybe it's Razor's Edge. I thought 3 had a Sigma. Let me look at the collection real quick.
I thought Sigma was just 2.
No, because I'm looking at it right now. It is Razor's Edge. So it's definitive way to play all 3 would be Ninja Gaiden Black 1, Ninja Gaiden Black 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge, which is part of the Master Collection. So, play the standalone versions for the first two, and play the Master Collection version of 3.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Or if people just don't fucking care and they just want to play everything and all in one, just play the Master Collection. I'm weird, and I like to try to find the best version of stuff and just play that. Because I don't know if I'll ever play a specific game ever again, so I might as well play the definitive version.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
You know. So.
The only way that I differ from you is like, you know, if both trophy or achievement lists are at my disposal and I like the game enough, I'll do both.
Yeah, if it's a game that's like doable for me,
mm-hmm.
and I want to actually trophy or achievement hunt in it, then obviously I'll play the version that'll have.
Speaking of,
achievements
Crime
and
Boss
trophies.
Rock City's on sale. We gonna get that?
What the fuck is that?
It's the really garbage like kind of Payday clone, but with a bunch of actors like Chuck Norris.
Oh, that's so random.
It's on my list. I'm gonna bring it up later. There's the lunar sales are going on. So
your kiss is on my list. Apparently they announced a. I don't know if this was part of the direct or not, but they announced a .mu, the same company who brought back the Ninja Turtles beat 'em up and the and Streets of Rage beat 'em up. They're making a side-scrolling Ninja Gaiden game. It's like 2D sprite. It looks good.
I don't think that was brought up. I feel like I remember seeing that, but I don't think it was at the developer direct.
Oh, okay, because it's a release later this year. It looks really good. I'm not gonna lie.
See. No. Okay, so with that Ninja Gaiden, yep, it's exciting. Bring back unlockable armor to Halo.
Come on.
Next game.
Make Halo great again.
Oh yeah, make Halo great again.
Really?
There's 3 other games. Do you know what the other 3 are? I know you were looking at it. I'm trying to see if there's any that you're trying to dole these out in like order of hype.
Hold on. Let me bring back up so the most hype for me is Doom: The Dark Ages. I brought that up in the last. I didn't watch the new video footage, but it already, from what I've seen before, it already looks sick as hell.
The new footage sold me. I wasn't like super sold on it. It looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like. They showed it for a moment. There's a lot of settings that can, like accessibility settings. Let me find.
Nice. I know you like your accessibility settings.
Oh,
you're
for sure.
You're a filthy casual.
Oh well, if you're gonna have that attitude, let me see. You know what? My settings still make the game harder than just going on eBay and having a guy play it. You know what I mean?
I don't know that paying somebody cold hard cash. I feel like is harder than just playing a game the way it was intended. Having to part with money like that is hard.
There's the accessibility stuff. I'm trying to find the frame. We got music.
Turn up the music.
Is it? And honest, like the stuff they showed, I don't know if it was in Eternal because I didn't play that one, but they really make it seem like it feels like they're trying to turn Doom Guy into like Master Chief. Like there's a lot of NPCs now that you're helping. Combat exploration story. Where is it? There's like I'm trying to find the actual. I'll just Google it. But yeah, Doom looks so good. I'm so excited to play it.
Yeah, you are.
Dark Ages accessibility. I guess settings. Yeah, they emphasize that they want everyone to be able to play it regardless of their skills. Game will introduce a wide range of accessibility options such as parry windows, game speed, for players to customize. That was the one that I thought was pretty cool. Like your parry window. Accessibility. Here we go. Some of them that they list are damage to player, damage to demons,
Hey, Luna,
um,
stop it.
enemy projectile speed, enemy aggression, the parry windows, your day's duration, game speed, and resource values. Which
Okay.
I kind of like that. Like I'm all for people being able to play the game, and if there's some settings that can help that, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The parry window was the one that really stood out to me. I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Like, imagine in Dark Souls if they're like, instead of 1 iframe, you get like 5. Like, they
Yeah.
just expand that window. That I think that stuff's pretty cool. I'm all for it. I'm not. I understand people. And I'm actually surprised. I haven't really heard too many. And I guess I'm off most social medias now at this point. But I haven't seen a lot of people complaining that they're just trying to make the game easier, because I feel like that's always the thing that happens.
I know.
But I mean, yeah, whatever. Play the game.
It's not a Dark Souls game, so people don't care.
Yeah, exactly. I'm curious if, and I don't see anything in the article that I'm referencing on Game Rant, and I doubt that information will be out yet, but I'm curious if, like, changing these settings will affect your trophies or achievements at all. I'd kind of be surprised if they do.
They probably won't.
I could see maybe, like, a trophy or an achievement, like, beat the game on any difficulty with, like, standard settings.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Come here, Lily.
I can't imagine they wouldn't do away with difficulty, but if they're gonna have these settings in here, then why even have a difficulty slider?
Yeah. But I mean, it's the same thing as in like Control.
Yeah.
You have a difficulty in Control, but there's still accessibility stuff.
Does Control have difficulty? Yeah, I guess it does.
Yeah, it does.
Which is odd, because then that's like, yeah, I'll throw it on the hardest difficulty, but then, like, I'll still just throw on 1 hit, 1 kill.
I mean, most people who are going to change difficulty aren't going to touch accessibility options.
Yeah. Now you bring that up, I do like how Control did it, where it's like, and I think all games should do it. There's some games where I'm kind of like a Gears or a Halo or a Call of Duty, I'm like, all right, it's kind of trying to say, like, it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's tradition, I guess, to have those types of things in there for those games, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I guess what I'm trying to equate it. It's kind of traditional to have you go for your heroic or your legendary run, your lasso skulls in Halo, your what is it in Gears? Is it Insane? Is that the highest difficulty? And then you're like your veteran in Call of Duty.
Lily.
But in Doom, I don't care that much. It's not. When did the first one come out? 2014? 2016? 2016.
2016.
2016 is not old enough for me to say that it's tradition that I beat it on the hardest difficulty.
When did Eternal come out?
Eternal came out 2020, right?
God, it's already been 5 years.
Because COVID happened that year, and that and Animal Crossing were the pairing, the big games. That came out
I remember that. There was like memes about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Dude, what even is time anymore? It's ridiculous.
I still feel like I just got out of high school.
For real.
But then I remember that I also went to college for 5 years.
Next year, I will have graduated 20 years ago, and that makes me
I know, it's crazy.
Sad. Yeah, I'm like,
I think about that all the time.
I'm like, shoot me.
I feel like that's
Lily, stop chewing on my cord.
That's part of the benefit of just, like, I guess the way that I act and think. It's like, I just really isolate myself. And, I mean, the thing that will change that, and it's coming soon-ish, I got a feeling, and it sucks. Once one of my grandmas dies, it's going to be like, all right, there are different stages of my life now.
Yeah.
They're both good enough, but they're also, like, mid-80s. But both my grandpas died when I was in 8th grade, so, like, that's the before time. But, like, it's just been so good. It's just been so consistently long where I just haven't had a death in the family.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my wife did. I think her. Yeah, I think since we graduated. Yeah, since we graduated college, I think, or we're in college and we're dating. I think all of her, both her grandpas and her one grandma died, which was sad. But I pulled out probably the best joke I've ever pulled out in my life at one of those funerals. I'm proud of this
Here
day.
we go.
Oh, okay. I'll regale you. It was my wife's grandmother's funeral, and luckily my wife has a good sense of humor, so she was laughing about this. And I did not say this in earshot of the grieving family. I said it in earshot of my wife's other side that was also there to support them. So we're sitting with the cousins from her mom's side because it was her dad's mom that passed away, right? So everyone's up front. Me, Amanda, and her cousins were kind of sitting in the back. Amanda looks at the people coming in and she goes, "Oh my God, that woman that just walked in looked just like grandma." So I, without missing a beat, I tap her on the shoulder. I'm like, "Amanda, your grandma's up front. That's kind of why we're here." And hysterical. I got the groans I needed from some of the family where I'm just like, all right, that's how I know that it's a good joke because you guys can't handle it. But Amanda thought it was funny.
That's all that matters, right?
Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, time sucks and it keeps on moving. Keeps on coming and don't stop coming, you know what I mean?
Don't stop coming.
There you go, yeah.
Instagram. I can't even think of the words right now.
Media man begs to differ.
Head of the.
Yes, it's getting pretty thin. God, I love
Water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire. How about yours?
That's the way
I like it, and I never get bored.
Did you see Shrek 5's coming?
Is it really?
If it doesn't open with that song,
I know, for real. I'm gonna riot.
Which I had heard. It's been over a decade since the last Shrek movie. like Shrek proper. There's been the Puss in Boots movies, but Shrek 4 came out, I believe, in 2012. Which I didn't mind Shrek 4. Shrek 3 I turned off like halfway through. I thought that was terrible. But Shrek 4 I did not mind. But anyway,
Shrek 4.
Back to Doom. I think it looks great, and you can pilot a giant 3-story mech or 30-story mech. I forget how they phrased it. Take on giant demons. You get a dragon. The shield looks really cool. I like the combat. They're really focusing on making him kind of a mobile tank, which is pretty cool. I'm excited for that one. I wasn't as excited before, but like after watching the developer direct, I thought it looked real good. So I will.
That's right.
I will be playing that one on Game Pass. Speaking of all these games, actually, they made it very clear. All the games that they showed are going to be Game Pass day one, and Xbox Play Anywhere, which is pretty cool.
Sweet.
I love the Play Anywhere stuff, even though I don't really utilize it. But my PC my PC can barely run. It can barely run Hellblade. It's not going to be able to run Doom.
You don't like to play Indiana Jones while you're taking a dump?
Is that what they consider it now? That it can just be cloud stream too?
Yeah.
Okay, well then Play Anywhere is great. I don't use it as much. Well, also I won't do indie while I dookie because I like to use a controller. I hate touchscreen. It's terrible.
Just wear gloves while you're using your controller.
What does that mean? Wait, what does that mean? Use gloves when I use the controller?
No, the idea was so you don't infect your controller with doo-doo germs, but
I don't care about that. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'm just not dragging a controller into the bathroom with me. Also, I don't think the internet's strong enough to actually do that. I did when it first launched. I actually did I did Gears 3 while I was at work the one day because it was like brand new that it was a thing. And it ran okay. We were in the middle of the building, so the reception wasn't good anyway. But if I was out in where my old desk at the time was, I think I would have been fine. By a window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that cloud streaming stuff. It's pretty cool. I've used the
Hmm.
PlayStation one a little bit, not cloud streaming, but like the Play Link or whatever it's called, remote play.
Streaming. Oh, remote play. Yeah.
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 Yep.
I use it on my Steam Deck
That
quite a bit.
Microsoft Azure stuff pretty good on both consoles.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Yes, sir.
Yep. One I want to save one of the games for the end because it is my most excited of the show. But we'll go right into South of Midnight. South of Midnight looks good. It looks gorgeous. I love the art style, the like claymated stop motion animation. I think it will be weird though because when you go into combat, and I think when you're actually playing the game, it's not that stop motion. It's actual like normal frame rate, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the cutscenes look good, and the story looks interesting, and the world they're building is pretty cool. Propulsion games, I'm pretty for it. How about you? You looking forward to this one at all?
It looks pretty cool. I like the art style.
Mhm.
I haven't really seen anything in motion. Like I said, I haven't watched like the videos or anything for it, but I don't know. Like we'll see.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think this one's April 8th. Yeah, I think this is April 8th. Does it say on here? Yeah, April 8th for South of Midnight. Doom comes out May 15th. Is that correct? May 15th. Ninja Gaiden 2, not 2. Ninja Gaiden 4 is sometime this year. I think it says fall. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is already out. Shadow dropped. That was pretty cool.
mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah, they're all coming out relatively soon, which is nice.
And actually, I haven't seen anybody wanting, in the fantasy leagues. I know you're out this year, but you can do like for situations like this where there's like shadow drops, you can do like an emergency like bid, and then it's whoever bids the most in that time gets it.
Yeah.
But yeah, South of Midnight looks cool. I'm interested in that. Like every game they showed had me pretty interested. The least of which would have been Ninja Gaiden, but that's just because I've never really played them, and I know how tough they are.
Mm-hmm.
But the game of the show for me,
I believe in you.
I believe in a thing called love. I don't
I
know.
believe in a thing called love.
Yeah, I don't know what's the next. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that knows what that lyric is.
That's super like high pitched.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited about the next game too. I ain't gonna lie.
There it is.
Um,
Darkness. These guys are.
What's up?
Lyrics. No Spotify. Oh,
what are you getting sidetracked by?
I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. I feel like I knew that.
I did.
Did you?
But I didn't. I don't. I just didn't remember that part of the song.
I feel like I must have looked that up before. I very much remember that. Okay.
Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. That song was so popular like 20 years ago.
Oh, speaking of popular 20 years ago, that 70s show. Actually, it is 20 years ago. Shit. Oh my god. My favorite liqueur is amaretto because I make amaretto sours, and we watched the episode where they go up to the ski cabin, and Fez is like really cold, so Hyde's like, "Oh, here's some amaretto," and it's the same bottle that I have like 3 or 4 of in our liquor cabinet. And then Fez just takes a sip, he goes, "Yum, liquid candy."
Like, basically what it is.
I love amaretto. It's so delicious. Sours are tricky to make. I don't make them right. I think you're supposed to use.
I'm too lazy to make any of that stuff.
I'm a little bit too like an amaretto. I'm less late because it's like I don't want to just drink the straight liquor.
Yeah.
Like I want the. I always forget to add like Sprite or something to it because you need like I guess a carbonated drink in there.
Mm-hmm.
But man, my wife's friend made them the one time when she was over. It was amazing. But anyway, on to the what time we got? We're good. Last game, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 comes out April 24th. That's practically my grandma and my sister's birthday. And this is my most anticipated game of the year currently. That's right, I said it with my chest out. Looks like a really cool...
With his boobies out.
Oh, you know it. Really cool French RPG. For those that don't know, this monolith type structure and this, let's call her a witch. I think they call her the painter, though. Come to essentially Earth, I guess. And she paints a number on the monolith, and every year, after a certain amount of time, I guess, the monolith, whatever number's on the monolith, everyone on Earth that is at age dies, disappears. It looks like a Thanos snapping. So you're playing as a bunch of 33-year-olds trying to take the painter out and stop, more people from essentially dying. And it's a turn-based RPG with some... It's turn-based on the attacking turns, but then when you're defending, it's real-time. And you can parry during your real-time moments to mitigate damage. The story looks really good. The visuals look great. I love the environments.
Yeah, the combat looks sick.
It
kind of gives me.
They call it
kind of gives me Lost Odyssey vibes.
I heard that as well from somewhere. I forget who. But it's a gorgeous looking game. I'm really interested in it. I'm debating on actually buying it.
As long as you're not master debating on it.
Listen. The main guy has a real good mustache. That's all I'll say. It honestly gives me like a Order 1886 vibes a little bit.
Oh, the main guy?
A little, yeah, like their uniforms and I guess some of their, well, not their weapons because they're using swords and stuff. But yeah, the main guy reminds me of Galahad. I loved Order 1886. Such a fun little game.
Mm-hmm.
And
sad that we'll never get a sequel.
Oh, I know. I would have loved a sequel. A nice short experience like that. Stunning game. I think it's still one of the best looking PlayStation 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
God, when they're climbing on that blimp and their foot presses on the blimp and then and the lamps, the water, the condensation on the lamps. Oh,
right, so I know.
And I like the guns and the mythology and everything, the world they built there too. But yeah, as far as as far as Expedition 33, I cannot wait for this game. I will be playing it.
It looks
I say
sick.
day one, but we'll see. I've made that claim a lot. I'm trying to think.
Promises.
Just quoting all the songs today.
That's right.
And I'm trying to think what else. There's a cool like little floaty guy. There's like an overworld you explore, like very much. I know a game near and dear to your heart, like a Blue Dragon. It looks like they've got like that kind of overworld traversal. There's a character you befriend where he like harvests the corpse of the dead and can become those enemies in combat. There's a big floaty guy. He looks cool. I guess you get around the world a little easier that way with him. But very excited for this game. Very excited. Yeah, like I said, it's my most anticipated game of the year.
The only thing I don't really like is the name is kind of fucking weird.
It is a little odd. Let me research. I get the Expedition 33 part.
It's like something that Square Enix would come up with.
I think Square Enix is worse. Wait, who does like not Operation? What was it? What's the Octopath Traveler? Those games are named by lunatics.
That's Square Enix too.
Oh, is that Square Enix? Okay.
Yeah.
What does Clair Obscur mean?
I don't know. They're missing the E on the obscure too.
Oh, it's French.
Is it though?
Let's see. Clair Obscur. Let's get in on this. Clair Obscur meaning? Clair Obscur is a French term that means light shadow and refers to the use of light and dark in art, photography, and on the moon.
Oh.
Similar as, I guess, chiaroscuro, which is one that I've known about. Half light, twilight. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. I like that then. Got a mustache hair in my mouth now. Gross.
You got a what now?
Mustache hair.
Mustache hair.
Mm-hmm. Gross. Okay, no, I actually that explanation where it's like Twilight, not the garbage vampire movies. But like Half-Life, Twilight, Expedition 33. I like that name now. That makes sense. Makes way more sense
That
than
is kind of cool.
Octopath Traveler. Well, I guess unless there's 8 people traveling on the same path, which I guess there probably was, but
It is. Yeah, there's 8 different characters.
it's still weird.
So I know, but so is the name on this one.
Yeah, but this I think makes more sense. Also, Project Trine. Or even though I think the game looks cool, I haven't played it yet. Kanitsugami, whatever the hell else it's called.
Or Unicorn Overlord.
Are there unicorns in that game?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't played it.
Me neither.
But yeah, that was the Xbox Developer Direct for 2025. I think they only do one a year, but it was awesome. I really liked it. It moved pretty quick. It was engaging. Great games being shown. I was a little torn because they showed the secret game, which was the Ninja Gaiden first, and I was just at first I was like, oh, you're showing it first? Like, don't you want me hooked and like paying attention? But then I was like, then I thought, yeah, I like that a little better because then it's not at the end where the expectations are so monumentally high. So, good on them. All right, viewer questions. Or the only other news story was that Jedi Power Battles released for Star Wars on the PS1 Classic on PS5, PS4. I think it's on Xbox as well. The trophy list looks pretty easy. They give some platinum tips on true trophies. I loved this game when I was a kid. And pretty straightforward list. You gotta get certain scores on levels, beat the game on easy. It's just beat levels. It's not bad.
Okay. All right.
What does it say here? Yeah, Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. Platinum is a brilliant nostalgia trip. Let me see. Did anything stand out? You gotta jump in the Sarlacc pit. Fall to your death, deflect blaster bolts. Pretty standard Star Wars stuff. I mean, the points challenges might be difficult, not sure. But other than that, did you ever play this game?
I feel like I remember playing it back on like either PlayStation 1 or like Dreamcast. I remember it being pretty fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I actually sold mine recently.
Wow.
Dude, I'm not gonna play PlayStation 1 games, and you have to be like, you have to like
fired.
You have to like put on special gloves and like have like 5 people transport the disc to the PlayStation 1 so it doesn't scratch.
Special glove? What are you talking about?
You gotta be delicate with those things.
Just don't drop it.
And don't touch the bottom, disc will scratch just by looking at it. and the case will shatter too.
Did we have the same PlayStation 1?
You must have had a better version because I had the generic one. Did you have which PlayStation 1 did you have? Did you have the original box, or did you have like the what are they called? I had PS1.
I had the OG.
PSX?
I had the OG that even had like the little slot in the back where you could put like a Game Shark.
Oh, you had the one with the hard angles.
Oh, I like that.
I love that PlayStation. I
was just gonna say, I remember I even bought like a little thing that plugs into the back that let me play like imports. Like I got like a couple like Dragon Ball Z games that you can only play on like Japanese PlayStation 1s. But I was able to play it with that little adapter. It was sick.
Let me see. Other than that, news, the only other news, yeah, the lunar sales are going on now. There's some pretty good deals going on. Oh. Oh. Flintlock
and everybody left.
Flintlock Deluxe Edition on sale for $12. I have $12 I have $12 in Discover credit. For Honor,
I bet you
$5. Yeah, the lunar sales. I think PlayStation's doing one as well. The Xbox One's going on. God of Rock, pretty cheap. Cheap.
Cheap.
Yeah. Did I not? I bought this, didn't I?
I don't know. Did you? Did you?
Do I own it with Gamepad? What? I thought I already owned this. This has to. All right, I'm gonna throw this in the cart for now. Oh no, I do own this.
You better not throw anything in a cart.
The only problem I have with the Xbox is that like, or I mean, there's other problems. The store, like when you hover over some games, it says you don't own something, but then you click on it and then it says you do own it, and then when you click back out, it says you own it. I was gonna say I bought the Halo 3 ODST expansion for MCC, like their last sale. So very confusing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, there's some great looking games on here. Let's see what else. Let me find a little some. Where's a good find? You buying any games? You gonna hop on these? Buying any games?
No.
Good. Stick to your guns.
I'm buying shit. I have way too much to play.
Like a Dragon Ishin, $28.
I already own that baby physically.
Ooh, physically.
On PS5, I got it. I got it on sale for like
No,
$20 in like last year at some point.
Very nice.
Freaking steal! I really want to play freaking like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. It looks so good.
Mafia 3 Definitive Edition, $7.50.
But I gotta finish the rest of Kiryu's story first. I still gotta do Like a Dragon, which is Yakuza 7 basically. And then I gotta do the short like Man Who Erased His Name, and then I gotta do Infinite Wealth. So I got another like 100 hours just playing through the stories. They're so good though. They're so freaking good.
Today I learned that I own Mass Effect Andromeda digitally.
Dude, I've had Andromeda physically for like 10 years.
I think I bought it when it came out, and then I just think I played a little bit of it, and then I got to the big sand open world where you can get the achievement or trophy for like jumping your Mako or whatever it's called, like a certain height. And I got to that area, and then like the dialogue thing, I forgot how the dialogue worked because it's all emotions, but I can't decipher what emotions are which.
Because you don't have emotions.
I don't. I'm pretty dead inside. That's why I did therapy.
But we still love you.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean me and Foxy.
You know shit. Oh, speaking of, Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 are on sale.
What?
Octopath Traveler on the Xbox. Both on sale.
Ooh. I already own the first one on Steam. If I play... I kind of want to... I have the first one. I've owned the first one on like Switch and Steam forever, but I kind of want to get the first one on PlayStation to go for the platinum. Because plus, the achievement list on Xbox and Steam is horrible. You literally have to do like everything, and it's tedious as hell.
Which game?
Well, on PlayStation, though, on Octopath Traveler 1, they like knocked a lot of the like grindier, crappier achievements out of the PlayStation version, so that one's like kind of better.
I've noticed that with some games. I don't understand it. Like, remember when we played Hawken?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a lot more of a grind because the trophy doesn't exist on the PlayStation side. There's an achievement for killing or assisting. You know how we had to do 10 on PlayStation. You have to do 100 on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
That's what takes your time. If you want, Gollum is on sale.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll buy that right now.
Yeah. Power Wash Simulator. Can you just like actually like just go on an actual sale?
It was already free on PlayStation though.
No, but I mean, just like in general, if you want to buy it, like it's on Game Pass, and I don't think it's going anywhere on Game Pass, but it never drops below $17.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Prototype Biohazard bundle, which is both games, is $15. That's not bad. Gary, a little game for you called Race with Ryan Road Trip Deluxe Edition.
Oh shit! That was on my pledge list.
That kid's got to be like, he's got to be close to 20 now, right?
Maybe.
Ryan, I'm gonna look this up, and then we'll dive into viewer questions. Then we'll get out of here.
But he's 8 at heart.
I think he's 8 eternally. I just don't think they'll let him age.
Mhm.
Ryan Toy.
Like the kids in Simpsons.
How old is this kid? Oh my god, he is not a
35.
child. Yeah. Oh, here we go. How old is Ryan? No, no way in hell. It says he's only 12.
Huh?
He's got to be older than that, right? No, YouTube says or Google says he's 12.
Hmm.
$100 billion dollars in products sold. Good for you, kid.
Must be nice.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, hopefully he's seen a lot of
Is
that
it
eventually.
is that the kid that did like toy reviews on YouTube and had like five
The Asian
gajillion
kid.
subscribers?
I think I should really check
I mean
myself
that
before I say
makes
that right.
that age checks out. That age checks out because I remember like hearing about that like maybe 6 or 7 years ago, which would have made him like 5 at the time.
He's half Japanese, half Vietnamese.
Oh,
He is Asian. I'm right. I'm good.
good job.
Red Dead 2, $20. Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration.
Stop looking at sales, Ray.
$6.
Stop looking at sales.
Oh, Sandland, $42. I'm gonna throw that in my wish list.
I do want to play Sandland still.
Have you read Sandland?
No, I need to.
Oh, it's one volume. It's really good.
Ooh.
Shadow Man remastered, $8.
Oh, my girlfriend and I are going out of town because we're gonna go get we're gonna go to Hobby Lobby and we're gonna go get ramen. And I kind of want to pick up. I'm trying to find.
Is that what you consider out of town? Is going to Hobby Lobby?
It's an hour and a half drive each way.
Wow, really? There's not a Hobby Lobby close to you?
No.
Look, if you move out to Westchester, we got a Hobby Lobby, and we got some ramen.
Nobody wants to live there.
Based on the housing prices, that's just not true.
Yeah, but how many people move back after?
I mean, my wife did.
Rip. What was I gonna say? You distracted me. Oh, so I'm also gonna look. I really want to pick up. You know how like some mangas come in. Have you heard of? You know what a Vizbig is?
Yeah.
So I got some of the Vizbigs for my Dragon Ball Z because I own the box sets for Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Technically, they're both just Dragon Ball in the manga, but anyways, I kind of want to get because I want to reread Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Wait, is it?
But I kind of want to
DBZ
get
is DBZ not its own technical series?
In manga form, it's all so they separate it. The box sets are separated, but it's one big series. It's just Dragon Ball in manga form.
But Super they separated, right? They have Super on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I want to get the Vizbigs for Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z because they put like 3 volumes in one, and like the whites that they use are like way higher quality than like the normal like manga, like kind of gray paper.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to look for. They have 3 Vizbigs for the original Dragon Ball.
The Vizbigs, they're like
over there.
They're like the 3-in-1s, right?
Yeah, they're 3-in-1s, and they're like longer, like they're like taller than like normal manga.
Okay, yeah.
So, and it's just made out of like higher quality like white paper too. Plus, they have like sections that are like colored.
Steel Rising,
which is
$10.
cool. Oh, okay. Let's do viewer questions. You're getting too distracted.
Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, $7. Buy it.
Ray.
I'm gonna look through these deals later. I might buy a ting or two with my
Don't you buy anything.
Rewards.
Don't you buy anything, or I'm gonna tell your wife to leave you.
That's fine. Let her leave me. I'll be happier. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
She'll kick me out. We live with her dad. Like, they're not going anywhere. I'd have to find a real nice apartment nearby, and by real nice I mean affordable. All right, so, I have 2 from my friend, and you have 1 from yours. So,
mm-hmm.
All right,
you have friends?
I do.
Do you pay them to be your friends, or?
I send nudes.
Oh, okay.
They tell me not to, but they gotta get something.
Mm-hmm. I think that's harassment.
My friend, or from my girlfriend Mickey Tix, from across the pond. What is your favorite achievement either from the name of it or the requirements. Achievement or trophy. We'll differentiate it. They're
That's
from
hard.
an Xbox. They're from an Xbox side. I will say, it's a good question to be sure.
That is a good question. That's a hard one.
I would have to say,
That's what she said.
I don't know specifically, like my favorite achievement specifically, but I've been thinking about this actually kind of recently. Like my favorite types of achievements, and there's like 2 games that kind of have them. I really like in the Lego games when there's like achievements for pairing characters together.
Oh yeah.
Like
Like,
I don't know
kill this character with that character.
Exactly like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then the game specifically that I remember absolutely loving the achievement list was Quantum of Solace, because 1, it wasn't bad. 2, it was a really good game.
That game was a banger. Yeah.
That game was fantastic. All the achievements and trophies are either names of Bond movies or quotes from the Bond franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was great. I loved that.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff too. That game was basically like Call of Duty James Bond edition.
It was made by Treyarch.
Yeah, exactly.
It was phenomenal. And the golden gun mode was great, where you get an explosive golden gun with like an ACOG scope that's a revolver.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. I would say achievements in games that kind of pay reference to older games in the franchise, I would say are pretty great. I feel like Gears of War 3 had some of those. Let me look them bad boys up. Easter egg achievements are really fun too. I do remember when I was playing Gears 4 with my buddy. I don't think there is one, or maybe they patched it in later. I would have sworn there would have been an achievement for visiting Anya's grave in Gears 4. Which, honestly, is there one? Oh yeah, no, there is. It's called Hi Mom. You visited Anya's grave in the campaign. Oh, but it was a title update, so I was both right and wrong.
Spoilers for like a 10-year-old game. Anya dies.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, nobody cares.
Gears 4. I like the Gears franchise. I don't care what people say.
I didn't really like the story that much in Gears 4.
Gears 4 was a little weird, I will admit. And Gears 5...
I also didn't like fighting... I also didn't like fighting fucking robots for half the game.
I didn't like it, but I get... I didn't like it per se, but they justified it well enough in world where it made enough sense.
I guess.
Yeah. I'll say that. But yeah, any achievements stand out for you, or types of achievements, or trophies?
I just like kind of similar to what you're saying. I like self-referential ones, or like if they make like a nod to like just pop culture in general, or even like fourth wall breaking ones. Like
GTA 6 has to have a bunch of those, right? Like it's got to.
It has to. Although knowing Rockstar, they have like no fucking creativity left in their blood.
Oh, also, I thought it was not to interrupt you, even though I'm going to interrupt you. I thought it was really weird that there's an achievement in Gears 4 called I Am Drumpf, which is to have a shitload of money.
What is that referencing?
That is, I believe, that is Donald Trump's actual his actual family's last name. They changed it when they came over to Trump. But,
really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
German
That's
surname
crazy.
that dates back to the 16th century, most commonly known as family names. Yeah, it's Donald Trump's actual, like... Well, I guess not
shit.
actual, because his actual last name's Trump. But his family name from way back when was Drumpf.
Interesting. It sounds like drunk. But what was I going to say? You made me lose my train of thought. You suck, Ray.
You're talking about the achievements that you like, the trophies.
Yeah, but I don't remember what my train of thought was.
I mentioned briefly about Grand Theft Auto having to reference things.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Oh, yeah, I also really like when you just do like random dumb shit and you get like an achievement for it. Like, because you usually a lot of times I'll just do stuff in games and I'm like, I'm like, I wonder if there's like an achievement for this, just because it's like a stupid like random thing to do. Like I remember when I like for instance like Astrobot, like I swear there would be like random trophies for doing stuff like, oh, I did this thing, like I threw this random object at this enemy and killed it, or did this thing, and
Mhm.
half the time I expected like a trophy to pop, and then nothing would pop. Like that's basically the mindset at this point. But yeah, anything you get for doing like dumb, goofy shit, or just referencing pop culture, or just referencing other parts of the series, those are my favorite.
Mhm. All right, let's do
Grindy,
your.
grindy RNG and multiplayer trophies can all fucking die in a fire.
Um, I'm trying to think. Multiplayer, it depends. Um,
If it's just dip your toe in, I'm cool with that. But if it's like, yo, hit prestige 85, like no,
Gears of
fuck
War
off.
sucks for multiplayer.
Yeah,
Call of Duty, I think they're not so bad
the recent ones are horrible. Ask
for
Colin.
multiplayer.
Yeah, like the grind for zombies is
Well,
atrocious.
that's co-op.
Yeah, but it's still multiplayer. You still basically
I
have to.
guess.
You still pretty much have to play with other people to get that done.
What was I gonna say? The Gears of War ones are tough. If it's an easy grind, I'm okay with it. The absolute worst multiplayer achievement, though, hands down, is look it up. It's from Titanfall. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
The first one?
Yes.
Uh,
There's a very bullshit. I'm gonna say that. And your
I
boys
want to say it has to do with like killing somebody when you're almost dead or something.
actually, you know what? There's a lot of tough challenges in the game. Me and my buddy actually
Yeah.
boosted them when it was still possible. The absolute worst is Expedition was pretty cool. Where is it? I loved Titanfall. That
That game was
amazing.
fun. Yeah, it was fun.
It was so cool. Like I loved that it was multiplayer only in a time that we weren't really doing that. I loved that even if you were shit at the game, they gave you the bots to kill to make you still feel good and kind of contribute.
Mhm.
Because that was me, baby.
Yeah, that was me too.
Like I'd get the occasional kill. Where is this?
I still need to play the second one. That shit came out
Second
almost
one is
10 years ago.
phenomenal, and they scaled it back. That one is a very much a dip your toe in kind of trophy list.
Yeah, it's
I
more
did it on
focused
both.
on the story.
I did it on Xbox, and I loved it so much I did it again on PlayStation.
Yeah.
The speedrun's tough though.
Oh, Lily, it's okay.
Where?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah. Because Ray likes getting distracted by
Not
sales.
true. You took a poop.
That took like 2 minutes.
That's not true, and you know it.
It is true, and I know it.
Where is? I have to. Where is it?
What's your other viewer question?
Oh,
I gotta bounce.
let's do your. Do you want to do your buddies? We can hold off the other viewer question to later.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna.
I don't want to piss off your viewers.
No. She's fine. It's one that barely relates to you anyway.
Rude. I'm just kidding. So my buddy Jason asks, do we prefer like classic RPG battle systems? Or no, he says, do we prefer RPG battle systems like Clear Obscure Expedition 33, where it seems to be kind of timing based, like Mario RPG and South Park's Stick of Truth, or do we want you to just pick the attack and watch the animation like most RPGs?
That's a good one.
It is a good one. I would say
I prefer Clear Obscures. Like the
Yeah.
picking your attack and waiting is so boring to me.
Yeah, I mean, I still have a soft spot in my heart for like old school JRPG, like OG Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, that kind of stuff, because I grew up with that.
Mhm.
So like, I'll still jam out on those sometimes. But yeah, I definitely prefer fresher ones like these, or timing based or whatever, because it's, I don't know, it just kind of keeps you more engaged, so you don't get bored.
Mhm.
Kind of like real time too, depending on how it's done.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
you still borderline complete this game?
he also called me out for not mentioning Scott Pilgrim versus the World when it comes to movie video games in the last podcast. I completely forgot about that.
To be fair, not a movie video game.
Technically, yeah, you're right. It's technically
it's a
it's
comic
technically a
game.
manga.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a manga. You nerd.
yeah. Well, the funny thing is though, I think it was more like a joke because he knew that too. He's the one who actually got me into Scott Pilgrim
Scotty P.
before
Great.
it was a movie or a video game. Back when it was just a comic.
Mhm.
So,
Um,
but he bought them all and I borrowed them.
I found the achievement. It's called Too Legit to Quit. Earn Gen 10 without using a forged certification on a regen challenge.
I don't know what that
If you
means.
accidentally do that, it locks you out of the achievement. There's no undoing it.
Gross.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Nerve wracking making sure I didn't do that. Oh, I put almost 200 hours into Titanfall. There you go.
Jesus.
Loved Titanfall. It was so fucking good.
Clearly.
You know, Mike. The other question will be quick if you want to just bang it out.
Sure.
Mickey Tix also asks, also don't know if this is kind of thing you want to talk about, but you can always answer me privately. What so far is the best and worst part of being a dad, and what do you think, what do you look forward to or not about him growing up? We can equate that to you too if we want to bang it out real quick. What I hate the most is the lack of sleep, the constant fisticuffs I'm engaged in, where he smacks me around a lot. But obviously the best part is literally watching him grow, engaging more in the world, learning more words, just learning in general. It's crazy cool to see, and him wanting to play video games with me is a blast. I just wish he would have better tastes.
He's like 3. Isn't he like 3?
He's 3, but he only wants to play Astrobot and Cars 3 Driven to Win, and we've beaten those games.
That is taste.
I had to uninstall
especially Astrobot. Come on now. Give him some
uninstalled
credit.
Astrobot because it was 36 gigs, I think, and I reinstalled just Astro's Playroom because it's
I'm about
smaller.
to just leave Astrobot installed with all these freaking updates they keep adding.
Yeah, I know, right? But Mickey, long and short of it, that's basically it. Like super, I know we're condensing it, but yeah, that's what I like about Sam. He's great. Oh,
my favorite thing about being a cat and a dog dad.
Also, when he comes, he likes to display his dominance now, and he just says, "I am Sam," and I'm like, "Geez, okay." All right. It's real aggressive with it.
Sounds like something you would say.
What would So yeah, what if you feel like answering this? What are some things you're looking forward to eventually becoming a human papa? Because dogs and cats are great. I love having pets, but it is a whole other, clearly a whole other ball game.
Oh, for sure. I'm looking forward to kind of what you said, like watching them grow, teaching them things.
Unintentionally too.
I know. Yeah, right. I know. I'm gonna have to really like.
One day because he heard my wife say it, and he steps on the stair. He looks at it. He goes, "Fuck."
Mm-hmm. And just kind of seeing what kind of human they become. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like we're gonna like do our best to raise a decent human being, which I'm sure much harder than people expect. But yeah, and just like I don't know, seeing how what they kind of morph into, if that makes any sense. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
If they lean towards wanting to play video games, they lean towards sports, they lean towards whatever. Like seeing what kind of personality they end up with, just that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm not looking forward to the same stuff that you hate, like lack of sleep and.
Oh, the lack of sleep is destructive.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I got into like a little mini argument yesterday about it because I was like, what did she say? I said something like, "Oh, I wake up a bunch in the middle of the night or whatever," and because I wear earplugs, because my my current girlfriend snores like crazy too, but I basically had to start wearing earplugs with my ex because she snored super loud and I couldn't sleep without earplugs. But it made my hearing sensitivity when I sleep like really bad. So I still have to use earplugs even like if I'm sleeping by myself. But I can't even remember like what the conversation was. She basically said like she's like, "Well, yeah, you're going to have to get used to waking up in the middle of the night when we have a kid." And I'm like, "I get it." And then I said something like, "Oh, There was like a little gaslighting in there. And then I was like, well, I'm just going to be cranky all the time. And she's like, well, I don't have to deal with it or something like that. It was just like this like back and forth. And I'm like, this is just a losing conversation. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I feel like sometimes we struggle with our routine and we don't even have kids. It's going to be like
You gotta figure it out.
quite a learning curve. But yeah. It's one thing, obviously raising kids is much more difficult than having pets, but one thing I'm also looking forward to, this might sound kind of weird, but with pets, obviously you can only communicate with them so much. Like they kind of pick up on like your body language and like some things that you say, but the nice thing about raising an actual human is that when they're old enough, they'll actually understand what you're telling them. So when you tell them, "Hey, don't do this thing," they'll actually understand instead of your animal just being like, "Oh no, the hell you're just gonna do it anyways."
Listen,
like
listen. The kid will understand it. They'll still do it.
I know.
I told him not to. The first time we put Sam in timeout, he tried to touch an outlet, and I told him no. And he'd started to like just learn to walk.
I'm just gonna spray him. I'm just gonna spray him with a spray bottle like I do my cats.
Dude, he got up. He looked at me like side eye, and then he booked it for the outlet. And I threw his ass right in his playpen. I'm like, "You're timeout now." I'm like,
dude, we had a run in last night. I felt so bad for my girlfriend's cat. So my dog is not aggressive. She's a husky mix. She's a sweetheart, but when it comes to her toys and her food, she gets very like defensive. Like overly defensive, and the cats, like all the animals are pretty used to each other by now. My cat is still kind of an asshole to one of her cats, and I feel bad about it, but I'm not sure what else to do about it. So last night we're eating dinner, and my dog is usually in the living room. That's usually like her spot. Her boy cat comes out, and he's just like exploring, doing his thing, and I was kind of like nervous because we were eating and she was eating. And like I said, my dog is very defensive with her food. And my dog just starts walking over towards her cat and just starts freaking like, not like mauling him, but like borderline, like basically like kind of like got up all up on him. And like, I was like, what the fuck? And we both start like freaking out because obviously we don't want my dog to to hurt him. And freaking poor guy was like traumatized. We're like, Jesus Christ. Like going forward, we're going to have to like gate her off whenever we're eating because that's like ridiculous. Like we were worried that like my dog freaking... What's that?
Unknown 9 got canceled.
What got canceled?
It's called Unknown 9. Someone just posted it in the Discord.
Some of the shit you say that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
I just saw this. That was like breaking news. That's a shame. No, but yeah, go on. The cat's in the cradle.
Did you even hear anything I said?
Yeah, your cat was being a dick to the dog.
You're like my girlfriend when I talk to her sometimes. She'll be like, "Oh," but I'll just like won't even respond, and I'm like, "Did you hear anything I just said?" She's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Your cat's being a bully.
No, see, you weren't listening.
There were a lot of animals at play.
You're killing me, dude.
Was it your dog was being a bully, or the cat was being a bully to the dog?
No, my dog was being a bully.
Dogs are bullies. My dog bullies my kid. All right. Well, I mean.
Well, on that note.
Yeah, I mean, with that, we gone over the play of time. I'm sure your girlfriend's about to kill you.
Yeah, she's doing other stuff, but she's probably thinking in the background, like, okay.
She's looking at the clock. She's like. It's all right.
And I'm gonna force her to finish Hidden Cats of Santa's Realm with me later.
When she breaks up with you, you can always move out here. We'll find you a nice apartment, and we'll be good to go.
And we're gonna get bunk beds, and we're gonna hold hands. We're gonna hold hands wherever we go.
We need to get the bunk beds where it's like 2 bunks on the bottom, but then in the middle is the second bunk up top.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get that. Or a water bed. Well, 2 water beds.
Do they even make water beds anymore?
I think they gotta do that. I mean, I think they still do.
I'm so paranoid about water beds.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Especially with pets,
Also,
dude.
no support.
No. They're fun to lay on for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's a fun experience, but I'm not about to. I'm not about to take one home. I can't use that
Yeah,
recreationally.
with cats, fuck that.
Yeah. And then
one stray poke and it's over.
Dude, it's like the opposite of like Amanda was telling me we were looking at houses and then we'll bounce. We were looking at a house and she's like, "Oh, look, there's a room in the basement in this one that you could have for your game room." And I'm like, "I want my game room on a top floor so that way if there's a pipe burst, all the water doesn't congeal in my game room."
Because you're fucked.
But if I have a water bed, I want that shit on the bottom floor in case it bursts.
Yeah.
Oh my god! All right,
that's a good point about the basement thing. Yeah.
Because then otherwise I gotta put like I can have the game collection there, like the books and the board games, but I need to get shelves that are higher up.
Yeah.
And like don't put stuff on the bottom shelf type of deal. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want the whole thing. But
yeah.
Oh, we're coming in. I mean, I'm gonna edit some out. I think this might not be our longest, but we're cutting close. Gary, it's been another fun week of video games.
Always.
Hit me up this week when you're ready to tackle a way out.
Okay.
And everybody go check out your lunar sales. Go play some games. Go get some achievements. Go get some trophies.
Don't encourage people to buy things, Rafe.
Listen, people have expendable income. They haven't made the commitment that I have.
They probably should though.
They probably should, yeah. Save some money. Let us know down in the comments what your favorite achievement and trophy types are. What you liked from the Xbox showcase. Give the video a like. Share it with a game-loving friend. Rate it on all the platforms it's on. Share. I said that. I still got some time before Amanda comes home with the kids, so I might try to bang out Infamous while you go to Hobby Lobby.
Do it.
But other than that, thanks for watching. And then
sign into my profile and do it all over again.
Yeah, oh, you should. Oh, no. I'm not signing into your profile doing it again. I mean, I'll sign on and start it. I'll give you a trophy.
Oh, okay. That's helpful.
That's the nightmare, baby. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great week. We will talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.